Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Two Moms and Some Labels. Two Moms and Some Labels is a platform for parents and caregivers taking care of a child with a disability to come together in a shared space to network, commune, and just share and gain ideas on how to persevere through challenging times. My name is Brittany.
And I'm Nicole.
And we know it has been a little minute since we have been on here to give you guys the great information that we have been giving you and interviewing some great businesses. But we are here, we are back. And guess what? It is holiday season. Oh my gosh. It's going to be so busy. It's already getting busy. The traffic, shopping, and all that. Oh my goodness. It's just been hectic.
Crazy.
The kids
Yes.
that are in public school this week only have 2 days. So I know parents are trying to buckle down and prepare for that
Right.
as well. It's going to be a very long week, and we want to come to you today to give you some resources, some information on just how to try to take it easy, and some ideas to do with your kids to have some fun during the time off or just during the holidays in general. So, we are going to post all this stuff on our Facebook too, but we just want to come and talk about that today. Nicole, do you have anything you want to say?
Yes. So we understand that the holidays can be very stressful, and it also can be where you feel like you're isolated. You might be in the hospital inpatient, or you might not feel comfortable taking your little one out around people, especially since it's like RSV, flu, and of course, still COVID. So we wanted to just come to you guys and let you know to make sure you go to our Facebook page. We're going to be posting a lot of engaging things to keep you, your special needs child, and their siblings, because we know during the holidays it's hard for the siblings as well because they're not able to maybe do as much as other kids because some things aren't handicap accessible. So we're also going to be sharing different holiday things that are handicap accessible, different Santa opportunities that are not overwhelming for our children, because I know sometimes even our children going to see Santa can be a little challenging, and we want to experience those things. So we'll have different ways that you guys can check those out locally here in Northeast Florida, Jacksonville, in St. Johns County and Nassau and stuff. But yeah, we just want to let y'all know y'all not alone. We understand trying to cook, trying to, if you're having family over, trying to keep everything sanitized because you don't want your little one to be sick. I know a lot of us after Thanksgiving, we're feared that we might be inpatient because now, our little one got sick, and then it mentally plays with us. So during this season, we just want to be able to offer support to you guys. So we want to make sure you definitely check us out on Facebook. Definitely. Do you have big plans?
Yes. And so I don't really have any big plans. I mean, it's Ayana's birthday on Thanksgiving. So yeah, we will be
On
celebrating her birthday.
Wow. She'll
And
be
yeah,
14.
so she will be 14,
Oh,
14 years old.
oh,
So we
see.
will be celebrating her birthday, celebrating Thanksgiving, and of course, I will be doing all the cooking, and making her cake. And
Oh,
so, yeah, I have put a lot on my plate, but we were like, okay, I was like, let's have an actual like little party for her, or the celebration. It's just us. We're not having like an actual, party with a whole
right,
bunch of
right.
people coming over, but we are just, having an intimate celebration between us, her immediate family. And I was like, let's have a 2000s theme party because Ayana loves the 2000s era. Like that is her
Okay.
music era. So I was like, we're gonna dress like we are in the 2000s for her birthday and just listen to 2000s music all day for her birthday. And I know she will be so happy about
That's good.
that. I can't believe she's turning 14.
I
This
know.
1 pound and 3 ounce child that was born at 24 weeks that they said was probably not going to make it. She is still kicking, screaming, yelling here today at 14 years
Right.
old. So
Mm,
I
mm,
cannot be any more thankful on
right.
Thanksgiving than to be able to have her still here with us and, being strong and healthy. So
Right.
I'm really happy and thankful about that. What about
And
you? What are y'all doing for Thanksgiving?
we're not really we're keeping it small, going visiting. I'm gonna cook home, but then we're gonna go visit as well. Lorenzo likes to be around his boy cousins. So try to go, and they're also cute with him because they're just so gentle with him, and they're like, no, no,
Mhm.
we got it. We got it. I'm like, he's okay, he's okay. So and it helps them get used to being around,
Yeah.
non-typical kids or whatever, because we're all different in our own ways. But that is very exciting, for her birthday to fall on Thanksgiving this year. So, how do you feel emotionally coming up to that day? Because I know I'd be a wreck.
I'm just I'm just like, we've already went through the, feminine stuff. That's already happened. So I got over that hurdle. Like she is becoming a little woman. She is a teenager, now. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, I have like 4 more years. Yeah. And she's going to be 18.
An
And,
adult.
once she turns 22 and trying to do all that paperwork and thinking about that, I'm trying not to think that far ahead because I know for a lot of parents, when their kids become adults, like it becomes more stressful because it just seems like our support that we have goes down instead of, staying the same when they become 18 or 22 and they lose those pediatric services. So and insurance changes and stuff. So I'm not looking forward to her, turning 18 or 22, but I'm glad that she, is still healthy and still here and where I'm just taking it one day at a time.
I know that's right. I know that's right. It's still such a blessing just to see the
Yeah.
miracle daily that people say, oh, it might not do this, might not do that, or whatever. And to just see, like, yeah, she's still here. She is, like you said, a full teenager, mood swings, all that,
Yeah.
and it's a blessing. It truly is. So do you guys usually go places for Thanksgiving, or do you usually stay home?
So I'm trying to think. We have never went anywhere for Thanksgiving. Like we've never went outside of Jacksonville. We've always just stayed here and like went to my mom's house. Um,
Okay.
yeah, really that's it because it's just a lot, trying to deal with.
Hmm.
Actually, when I've had Ayana, I think the next day was Thanksgiving.
Oh,
So
wow.
I had her and then 3 days later was I think something like that. But anyways, like the next day or the day after, and I got discharged, and she was still in the hospital, and it was Thanksgiving, and they had Thanksgiving at her dad's parents' house, and I could not even enjoy Thanksgiving because. First of all, I
Mhm.
just, was cut open. I had a C-section and it was an emergency and everything was just like I don't even know what's going on right now. I've never experienced this. Like, is she going to make it? It was just so stressful. So I think during that Thanksgiving, I was just like, my body was there, but my mind was like
Mm,
totally somewhere else. Like I was not mentally checked in that Thanksgiving. So that Thanksgiving was at her dad's parents' house, and then we've always usually went to my mom's house. But as far as traveling, I'm like, yeah, no, my dad, he texted me last week and he was like, what are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? And he's like, y'all are welcome to come to our house. And they live in West Virginia. And
okay.
I'm like, I appreciate that.
But that's a lot.
I just left it at that because I'm like, I don't even want to explain, it's hard trying to that's like a 12-hour ride. Maybe, all stops and everything like that. It might be more trying to drive all the way to West Virginia. It might be 10 to 12 hours. So I'm like, that's a long drive in the car with all the kids.
Mm,
And yeah, I don't even know if she would make it that far. And when she gets into a new place, it's like she knows she's not at home and she's
right.
not in her bed. So her adjusting to different things. can be hard sometimes. And
Correct.
yeah, that is, and I was like, it was last minute also. So
Oh, okay.
I was like, I can't, because it was like last week. If we had planned this a couple months ago, then it would have been different. And I would have been more prepared, even though we can go and stay at my dad's house. It's still like, okay, now we would have to, we'll go the last minute, drive through all this traffic to try to get there and all that. I'm just like, I
Too
can't do
much.
it. Maybe next year, if it's planned in advance, then we can try to do that because yeah, we've never spent Thanksgiving with my dad, so that
I
would be
feel like
nice so that he could,
hard to travel
huh?
because if you get some
Oh yeah,
supply, like if you
yeah.
forget and you're that
Oh
far
yeah,
away,
that too.
oh, that's be my biggest fear about traveling. I'm like, man, it'll be the one time I forget a syringe or it's something that you can't easily get. Like you can order those syringes off of Amazon if need be, but like the G tubes, I'm scared.
Yeah,
And then being driving in like those rural areas and not knowing if there's a children's hospital nearby, that's like goes through my head a lot
yeah,
when traveling. We drove to Pensacola, and when I say I was like nervous, I was like, "There's no children's hospital. Where are we gonna go? Where are we gonna go?" Whenever we go to Orlando, there's Arnold Palmer, so I'm not that nervous, and I always have his stuff
yeah,
with me. But just driving when they're that, I'm like, "Oh my goodness!" It's just yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. So we try to make the best of it here.
yeah. Because even right. So I'm just fine spending Thanksgiving with our immediate family for now, and we are kind of trying to get out into traveling more as a family, and taking those longer trips, because before also too, Ayana could not tolerate like being in the car more than like 2 hours. Like she would be screaming and
Oh,
yelling,
really?
so it would be horrible.
Oh,
But she had, yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Okay.
And so I don't know if it was because she was like uncomfortable, because like her spine, it was so twisted because she had scoliosis too. So,
Oh,
when she was sitting, like she would be leaning to one side all the time. So I don't know if it was just uncomfortableness, and she doesn't like the music on the radio and all that. So we have to take turns when we're in the car with the music so she can be okay, and make sure we have the Wi-Fi. I'm like, too, we have to make sure we go somewhere that has Wi-Fi, because we've
hmm.
been somewhere before and the Wi-Fi was like messing it up in and out. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is not going to be a good trip, because she
Right.
needs to have her Wi-Fi. But now she's getting more comfortable with the rides and being able to tolerate longer rides. But I had to start making a list of everything that I need to take with me, and then checking everything off to make sure that I have what she needs. Because I'm like, if we're traveling 8 hours away, I can't turn around and go and get supplies. But I have seen, also parents too, like, oh my gosh, I forgot this or I forgot that. Um, and I think that there should be like a local place in every maybe major city or something like that, where it's just like a supply store. If you've
Mhm.
forgotten your feeding bag or your extensions or a battery pump charger or something like that, maybe some kind of convenient store that's like a medical convenience store, or and maybe convenience stores have a little section to keep that in. But
That
also,
part.
I know I've recommended to parents, like, if you're somewhere outside of where you normally live at traveling, either try to contact a DME company in the local area and see if they can, get some supplies to you. I'm not sure, if it would be a charge or if they would be able to bill your insurance, since you would be in a different maybe state possibly. But if you're still in Florida traveling, they probably can work something out. So call the local DME company if you forgot something, or make sure that you're joining parent groups in different places that you're going to go and visit. So there's so many special needs groups. Look for the special needs Facebook group in that city or state or whatever that you're traveling to, so that maybe you can connect with a parent or a family and be like, hey, I'm traveling here. I forgot this. Do you guys have extra? Can I meet you somewhere? Something like that, to be able to exchange supplies or equipment if you forgot something. That's what I would recommend. But also, like I said, I make a checklist and I go down the list and check off everything, as I'm putting it in the bag to make sure I have it.
You have to. You have to have backups in case something breaks. I know
Right.
like 5 trachs, and people are like, that's a little excessive. No, if I'm gone 5 days, just in case one gets a little tear in it, I travel with usually 3 to 4 G tubes. And people are like, well, yeah, I clean, keep sanitize just in case, because that balloon pops. That's like, if your child is totally G tube fed, that's their nutrition, you know.
Mhm.
Um, so that, and then of course, if it comes out or something's wrong with it, the stoma is going to close, and then
Yeah.
you're back in the ER or the OR. So
Right.
just, yeah, making a list. I always keep a little travel thing and just, yeah, check it off to make sure formula, things that you can't, like, I never worry about diapers too much because my son is still small enough to fit in a smaller
Mhm.
size. So I don't have to worry about diapers or anything like that, because I can still run to Walgreens, Walmart if I'm out of town or something. But like trach, G2, that's my biggest thing. That's my biggest thing. I can pulse, like the pulse ox machine and stuff, of course. But as far as like supplies, yeah. And I know that the DME company we do utilize, they're all over Florida, and they will overnight us something if need be at a charge, because
Oh,
insurance will not pay after hours, and that's considered after hours, especially around state. So it's just a big
okay.
thing. So in Orlando, there's usually something in Tampa or Orlando and like that, in Miami. But if you're in a smaller area, you're just, because I know a DME company that I use here, they actually service Tallahassee, which is about 2 hours away. So if you're,
Mhm.
we're blessed to have everything right here, because a lot of cities, they don't
Yeah.
even have a children's hospital, DME company, they have to go to their specialist an hour away, and we have
Yeah.
everything here. So that's a blessing. Um, Too, that's if you follow this page, you can always message us if you guys have, are in a city or something, and we'll try to look for a Facebook group and send you that information so you can join, because things do happen, of course, and it's just knowing you're not alone, because of course, we can say, oh, make a list, do this, do this, do this. You never know. So just, like and follow the page, and if you ever are out of town and need something, just message us and we'll try to assist you. We can't guarantee, but we'll try to assist.
Yeah. And then, just going off of traveling and, having support groups and things like that. We're talking about just trying to take care of your mental health and, not trying to keep up with what everybody else is doing during the holidays. I know it can become overwhelming, and, you see other people doing this, shopping and, going out to different events and stuff like that. But you have to do what is best for you and your family, especially, if you have a little one with special needs, or an adult with special needs, a child that is an adult with special needs that, get sick often, making sure that you guys are staying in the house because you don't want, them to get sick and have to be in the hospital. So maybe try to find a show on the TV to watch. There's lots of Christmas movies on and things like that. But to go off of that too, please make sure you get a break. Make sure that you are, taking the time to yourself. Um, and then also too, I wanted to talk about, piggybacking off of the mental health, about the trip that we had took last month, because that really helped with my mental health and like
Oh,
cleared my mind of all the stresses and everything going on. It was kind of a far drive, about 8 hours from
okay.
Jacksonville, but they service everybody all over the United States, I believe. We went to the Still Place, and the Still
Aw-
Place is in North Carolina. Like I said, it's about 8 hours away from Jacksonville, and
Oh,
this is a all all inclusive, all paid for. Well, I'm not gonna say all inclusive because you have to buy your own groceries and you got to pay
okay.
for your gas. Okay. And if you want to go out and do some things, then you have to pay for, your meals, or going out to buy souvenirs, whatever else you may want to do while out traveling.
So
So, but you have a place to stay.
lodging is taken care of. Okay.
Yeah,
So that's
lodging is taken care of. So lodging is taken care of, and they do give you like a voucher to help towards some food to get groceries for the week. But it's a week. You get to lodge there for a whole entire week. You leave on Sunday, and get there by Sunday like evening, and then you have the whole week, and you leave the next Sunday. And
very
I mean, it's just a blessing. It is in the middle of nowhere. So you are literally like up in the hills, you're in the mountains, you're in the mountains.
wow.
So make sure you also too have a reliable vehicle to be able to get up through the mountains, because there's some windy roads and everything, because again you're going in the mountains. So and it gets really dark and there's a lot of wildlife and stuff. So if you like nature and just having some peace and quiet, and you don't mind wi-fi being up and down, but the wi-fi was actually okay while we were
Okay.
there, then this is a good place to go and be able to relax. um if you need to bring a support team with you, I believe you can bring whoever you need to bring with you to help you if you have a special needs child and you need that extra, support from somebody to help you out. I believe you can bring, whoever you need to bring with you. Um, they have different
That's
activities during the week, or if you are, married or a couple, then they have where they'll watch your child for you, and you guys can go on a date, date night, and enjoy each other's time for a couple hours. I mean, they had a lot of nice things. So they have different activities that you guys can choose from as a group or a family that you're interested in doing. But it was just very nice. Like it just felt like, you're away from all the busy life, the traffic and all, like you don't have to deal with any of that. And you're just out there in the woods and the mountains and just enjoying the scenery, enjoying the creek and the sounds of the water. I mean, it's very beautiful.
that's nice. That is really, really, really nice. So what other like did they have planned activities, or they just had like a list and you choose what you want to do?
So they try to plan everything before you come. So they'll send you like a questionnaire to fill out, and you choose the activities that you would want to do. So
Okay.
out of that list, from the activities that you have chosen, then they'll plan those for you. So during that week, and then you have like maybe Friday, Saturday to do whatever you guys want to do on your own. But like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they have planned activities for everybody to do. They even have where the kids can do like a Iron Chef,
Oh, that's
um, and so
cute.
they can make dinner for their parents or their siblings. So yeah, they'll send you a questionnaire. You fill out everything. You do that. Like I said, it's a week long stay.
Right. Okay.
You go to the stillplace.org, I believe. They do have a Facebook page. So you can go on there too and see some of the activities that the kids do, the families do out there, and
Oh,
go to their website. And all you have to do is fill out an application.
oh,
Um,
nice.
I'm not sure if a doctor has to complete anything. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure they don't. So somebody can recommend for you to go, or you can just fill out the application on your own.
How long did it
But go
take
to
that?
their website, the still place. Um, Not long. I feel like I filled out the application, and then I got a call maybe a week or 2 weeks later.
Okay, that's not bad.
So, and then you can plan the trip, for whatever time is good for you and your family to go. So
Okay.
I think I filled out the application in like March, and I was like, we want to go in October, coming October, because it's not too hot, it's not too cold. And so, we planned it for October. They reached out like a month before to get everything set in stone on what the travel plans would be.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing. Okay. That is awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. So
Yeah.
you said
So,
clear, just being in that atmosphere
yeah.
and stuff. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah.
That is a
And it's
thing.
definitely like, you're like, oh my gosh, I want to go back. Because if, at first I'm like, oh my gosh, I need some stable Wi-Fi. I don't know, driving up all these mountains and all that, if that's for me. And then it gets pitch black dark because you are in the mountains. So there's not, street lights and things like that. So, it's a change to get used to. But when I left, I'm like, I'm ready to go back because I need to clear my mind again.
Right. Go back and
Yeah.
enjoy it. I know that's good. That
Yeah.
is really, and that is such a major thing. So if you guys are watching, make sure you go check them out because mental health is such a big thing. And to go back to what you were saying about like watch a show. You don't have to keep up with everyone. I know sometimes being on social media during the holidays can also be hard because it's really put in your face everything that's going on, and you might think of your life before your special needs child, or you might be missing your special needs child or anything like that. So I would suggest,
Yeah.
join other special needs groups. This is the time to join and connect with maybe another special needs family, because there's another mom that's probably feeling the same exact way you're feeling, so don't feel like you're alone. But join some groups, join some support groups. Don't sit in the house mentally just going through it, scrolling your phone. You're seeing your friends, your coworkers out, you're not able to go, you're just seeing different things. And this is even just for moms in general. I mean, moms of
Yeah.
newborns, seasons is a lot for moms, single parents, everything, because you might just feel isolated. And I just want everyone to know that, reach out, go on our Facebook page, like, follow. Um, we're here for you guys. Join groups locally in your town. If you don't have any information on them, reach out to your child's pediatrician. Google is a great friend too, and Facebook. Just find some different moms that are in the same boat as you, whether you have a typical child, special needs, siblings, whatever it is. Reach out to someone during this time, because if you're on social media, you need to also connect with other people that's can understand your situation, because it will just be overwhelming to see, especially if you're inpatient, like Brittany just said, talking about her daughter being born around the holidays, it's very hard. So if you're even in the NICU, it can be very challenging this season. So just make sure you're not alone. Even if you feel like you're alone, you're not. So yeah.
Yeah. And even, with the siblings and stuff, because like Nicole was saying, that can be hard for them also, not being able to do what they might see their friends doing, especially with all the kids on social media also too.
Yep.
So making sure that what I always try to do, because I do have, two typical kids and one of them is school age, I try to make sure, especially during this break coming up, or even with like Christmas break coming up, that I take a couple days here and there to like just spend time with my typical child, doing things that he likes to do or that he wants to do, because he needs that time also to like decompress and not be stressed down with, oh, I can't do this because my sister, she can't go, or she can't do, X, Y, and Z. So I always try to make it my duty to take a couple days during the breaks, or even like early release, to like spend that time with him, to be able to do things that he wants to do, have time to be able to talk with him, and just check in with him and see how he's feeling about everything going on. So if you have, your children have siblings that are typical, sit down with them, take some time with them, even if it's just a couple hours. Just make sure that you're giving them that attention and talking to them and letting them express to you how they are feeling, because they do have feelings too. And a lot of times they do get left out because we are, trying to get everything, run around, get all these
Mm.
appointments and therapies with our child with special needs. So just make sure you're taking that time, even if you have a significant other, like I said, take a date, do a date night. It can be at home. It doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Make a nice little dinner and y'all sit down at the table when the kids are going to bed or something, or have a little movie night. Just make sure that you're still trying to take out that little bit of time to yourself, your kids, and, your partner, to, let everyone know, like, you still matter. You're still, we're still a family. And, I want to make sure that you're all taken care of. And first, make sure you're taken care of first before you try to take care of others. That's
Mm.
always important to do.
And I always tell people, Lorenzo's an only child, but I always say you have to imagine how siblings, while we're mentally trying to take it all in or having that isolation moment, we're going out finding the tools to help us deal with this, join groups, join different things. The siblings, like you said, they have feelings as well. So they do need that. Let me just get that one on one with mom and sit down and talk, mom, dad, whatever, and have that moment. And it just helps them deal with, because I know it's a lot. It's just a lot on a family dynamic anyway when you have a special needs. It's different. Our lives are different. Our day-to-day life can change like that. I mean, anyone's life can change like that, of course. But I mean, when I say a special needs, you could have whoop and go like that real quick throughout the day and be right back like nothing happened. It can go, and it's just always being one step ahead. Um, so yeah, just
Yeah.
check in the holidays. I think we'll probably even come on and do more frequent podcasts and stuff. Try to, at least during this season, just to keep connecting with you guys out there, to make sure you have an understanding you're not alone. Check in, reach out to your doctor if you need to. Um, Reach out to your children's doctor if your child is in school or daycare. See if they have resources. If you feel like you're isolated, if all your family is in Texas and you're in Florida by yourself, reach out to people, because social media will have you loony, loony, loony.
And yeah, and the one big thing is reaching out. Do not be scared to reach out and say you need help. It's okay if you need help. You don't have to be
Mhm.
ashamed. You need help,
Mhm.
it's okay.
Yep.
Do not keep it all in. Do not try to feel like, okay, I can handle it. No, talk to somebody, reach out.
Mhm.
And that's why it's important too to have somebody that you can go to and talk to. And if you don't, like we said, there's resources. We are special needs moms. You can join any group and you can talk to anybody in the group. You can reach out to us and we will be there to support you. That is the purpose of the group, to be supportive and help others going through the same things that we are going through, because nobody should have to be out here on their own, struggling, not knowing where to turn for resources, because that's why we're all here. We have different ideas, we have different experiences, we have different connections to different things that we have used in the past, and we may can help you find something that you didn't know was out there, that's available. So go into the special needs groups and connect with people. Sometimes there might be support groups out, at the from the doctor's office. I know, like UF Health, they have a support group. So, and then even if you go to a regular support group, like there's like Jacksonville Moms or something like that, and connect with other women that are like-minded, to just get a breath of fresh air and talk. And if you can't actually physically go, then join that group, use that chat button, make a post, comment, whatever you have to do there, so that you can be able to connect, express your feelings, and not have to keep everything in. Also too, I wanted to say with the Still Place that they also too have a like a bereavement type of retreat. So for mothers, that have lost a child with special needs, they have like a retreat just for for you women that may have lost a child with special needs. So you can also go on there and apply for that, so that you can go and be with other women that have experience or going through the same thing that you may be going through also. So that's a good resource for
Yeah.
you. And yeah, just make sure that you go on that Facebook page, go into the search button, special needs group, special needs medically complex cerebral palsy. If your child has, a specific diagnosis or condition, then
Genetic,
type that in.
whatever
Yeah,
it is.
there's
And it
groups
makes a
for
huge difference.
everything.
You can connect with someone who understands G-tube feedings, who understands suctions, who understands seizures, who understands med lists. Like, it's good to connect with someone, because I'm telling you, and it's good to connect too with typical moms as well, because you want to have that balance or you'll just be super wonky. So you need to still connect with typical moms. You still need to remember, at the end of the day, you're a mom, you're a woman, and everything like that. You just got a little special, special needs baby going on. But I mean, when we first came home from the hospital, I was like, I'm not going to join any groups. I don't want to, I'm not, I'm just going to keep my social. Then my social, well, when is he going to do this? When is he going to do this? And I'm like, I don't know. And then when I go in a special needs group, join it, they're like, let us know if you need supplies. Let's go get coffee. Hey, do you have an extra suction? Oh, do you need some Pediasure? Oh, do you need some albuterol? Did you need a neb treatment? I'm like, you guys understand this? So it's just like, it's that
Yeah.
connection there of, they understand, oh, I got an oxygen in the car. Like, really? Okay, cool. So you're not alone, but still having that balance. I mean, life is balance anyway, but definitely
Right.
connect with understanding. You don't know the resources you'll be able to find joining those groups. I know I have found plenty of resources just to help us with day-to-day things for my son. So it's been a blessing. I mean, that's how
Yeah.
me and you met through a group when you think about it.
Yeah.
And
So,
you know,
yeah, there's so many resources out there. And, before we come to a close, I wanted to take the time and just, throw out there a couple of events that are going on around Northeast Florida, St. Johns County area. So the first one I wanted to mention was Angelwood. Angelwood, I don't know if it's too late to register or not because it's on Friday. On Friday, they're offering caregiver time for them to watch your kids. So if you have a child with special needs and you need to get out on Friday, they were offering some caregiving services where you could drop your child in, and if they have a sibling, you could also drop the sibling in. And I believe there's like a
yeah.
little small fee, like maybe and not any more than $25. And they provide like food for them and activity for them to do. They have certified caregiver like nurses, LPNs, CNAs, because they are a like living facility. So they have all those certified people that know what they're doing. They're at the facility to take care of all types of children. So if you go on Angelwood's website, you can see if they're still accepting applications for Friday. And Friday is Black Friday. So, you wanted to do some Black Friday shopping, or you just are too full from eating on Thursday and you need to sleep, then, you can take that time to get some rest. So that is a resource right there, Angelwood. And they have these caregiver like caregiver breaks, I think maybe once a month or every 3 months, something like that. Go on their website because they have all the information on there. But they are offering these services for parents. And on December 1st, the Northeast Florida School of Special Education is having a holiday on the farm. So make sure you go to their Facebook page and like their page so you can get more information. And December 3rd is Sensitive Santa at Orange Park Mall. So if you're on the west side of town, you can go to Orange Park Mall and take your child to go see Sensitive Santa. On December 3rd, the St. John's Town Center has a Caring Santa. And I think on December 3rd too, UF Health Neurodevelopmental Pediatrics, they're having a holiday event.
Oh,
Um,
nice. Hmm.
yeah. And on December 10th, Sensory Town is having a breakfast with Caring Santa. And the Avenues Mall is having a Caring Santa time for kids to come in and meet Santa and have a sensory friendly time at the mall. And so those are some events I have for the month of December, and then Friday.
Nice. Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Okay. Awesome.
Did you have anything else?
No, no. I think that's great. Y'all make sure we can go ahead and post those for you guys as well so you guys can check them out and stuff and follow up and enjoy the festivities.
Yeah, so we will make sure to, post these events on the Facebook page. And a lot of times I share all this information too from other families or other moms pages that have shared it. Or I follow, these people on Facebook. So I just share, repost that information on there too. So I will make a post with all these dates on there for you guys so it can be in one central post for you. And, we are going to continue to try to post ideas as the holidays come for you guys to do with your family or for yourself. Um, I'm going to
That's
say the
it.
dollar store is your friend. Okay. The
Yep.
dollar store is your friend. Dollar Tree is your friend. Okay. Lots of activities, gifts. If you need to give gifts, the Dollar Tree is your friend. So you don't have
Mhm.
to splurge and go all out, especially if you're looking for gifts for your therapist or doctors or whatever for your children. Dollar Tree is your friend. I know the prices have went from $1 to 125, but it's still, a manageable price for the items there.
And also
So
check
very
out
budget friendly, gift ideas, craft ideas.
check they have some great DIY Dollar Tree gift ideas on
Oh yeah.
Pinterest that teachers, the doctors, your daycare workers, your nurses, whoever. They have some great little easy little knickknacks that your kid can give, so it's cute. But Pinterest has some.
Yeah. Or you can TikTok, go on TikTok, Instagram. All you gotta do is search Dollar Tree hacks or gifts, hashtag, Dollar Tree, and see what comes up. So lots of different ideas, and you don't have to be that crafty.
Right, and I'll keep you
Yeah.
busy. That'll keep you busy. So that's a good thing too. So yeah, utilize
Yeah.
that. That's a good. Yep.
Yeah. So once again, we thank you all for joining in to another episode of Two Moms and Some Labels. We always appreciate everyone for liking and following and subscribing to our YouTube channel. And, we just want to bring you guys information. If you have any topics or any suggestions on different, clinics around town or businesses around town that you would like to have more information on, please reach out to us, Two Moms and Some Labels at hotmail.com, or you can go to our Facebook page, Two Moms and Some Labels, send us a message, and we will get right to you and see how we can connect these resources so they can share the information with our families.
Yes, and
So
thank y'all. Thank y'all.
thank you, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Next
Happy
time.
holidays.